Hey everyone, what's up? So, this video is a little bit late in comparison to the other videos because I usually post them on Friday and shit, or even earlier than that. But I've been really busy this week with some fun stuff and haven't had time to record a bunch of stuff, but the things I have recorded are quite good, so I hope you enjoy that. But since there's not so much of the material that I've shot, it doesn't really add up time-wise. So I'm gonna answer some questions and then we're gonna take a look at the clips that I do have. The clips are about breaking new personal records. Unfortunately not in bench press, but that's okay because I'm currently doing a build-up period where I do more bodybuilding themed training, and then after that in like a month or two I do more force training, which includes higher weights and better lifting in like closer to breaking personal records, because right now I do like really short rest and good time under tension when I'm lifting, so that makes you a lot weaker in weights lifted, but it's gonna be great in the end. So let's get to the question. I haven't read these in advance, so what's your diet like? Calories in particular. I don't really count my macros or anything. I try to eat as much protein as possible. And it's not like it's 300 grams a day or anything, but I don't really have a problem with energy levels or my appetite or getting hungry or anything like that. So if one day my macros are like 70% protein or something like that, it doesn't really matter. It's just positive in my view. I'm currently on a recomp, which means that I'm either staying on the same weight or maybe dropping like a kilo or two, like 2 pounds. It's basically a lazy cut, because I can't be fucked to cut, because then I'll get weak and it feels like you lose all your muscles, even though that obviously don't happen, but that's what it feels like. Anyway, why do you use such a wide grip for bench press? Isn't your forearm meant to be perpendicular to the ground throughout the range of motion? Otherwise it puts stress on your shoulders. That is a new word, perpendicular. Basically, when you're pressing, your elbow joint want to be directly under the bar at all times, but it has to either move or always be like this, like on the inside of your hand, or at least in the bottom. You might want it directly under the bar from every point of view, because that is really good for your power thing, whatever it's called. Thinner grip, or whatever you want to call it, is actually a lot more stressful on your shoulders, because you have to compensate. Instead of going like this, you have to bend your forearms like this, which means that your front delts will really get a lot of stress put on them, and it's basically your front delts that will break in bench press, because as we all know, that happens to people all the time. Pump or strength during a workout? That depends on what you want to do. If your goal is to become powerful, strength should in some periods be prioritized. But if you want to get big, you most often want to get a good pump, because you do get a good pump from ways to train that give you hypertrophy, good hypertrophy. It's not really the pump in itself that's good, but it might help with the fascial stretch, which is the thing like a cover around your muscles that keep them together. And takes a lot of time to stretch out, but pumps help with that a little bit, which allows your muscle fibers to grow more freely inside this fascia. Hi, I'm gonna try a 1 repetition maximum lift in the bench this week. How do you think I should warm up before this? This was some days ago, so I'm guessing you already tried, and you know, let me know how that went. Basically, I do like 3s. I do 5s on the bar and on 100 pounds and up to like 50% of my max, and then I do 3s up to 75% of my max, and then I do 1s on every 10 kilos on up to like 90 or 92.5 or even 95% on of my max. If I do go low on the ones, like 90%, I like to do a hold on the weight I'm gonna try. So I unrack the bar and I just hold it in the top position for like 2 seconds, and I put it back up in the rack. And this has worked great so far. So, you know, it's all about the weight handle in the nerve system and whatnot. So, I guess that's enough questions for this week. I got a bunch of questions to answer in some other video in case I don't get enough material, or I might do another Question Sunday. We will have to see. The Question Sunday isn't all that popular, but I really like doing them, and they're fun to do and easy to do, so we'll see. Anyway, let's check out this week's videos. Gonna start out with some bench pressing. Wasn't really a personal record because I went too heavy than I should. It's 130 kilos and I've decided to stay below 120 for the muscle building period. So you can see I wasn't quite ready to handle this kind of weight, and I had to put my ass up in the air. So that's not good. Anyway, the squad is moving forward and we're gonna see a personal record right here. This was quite fun because when I was done I could feel that my adductors and you know, the muscles that keep your hip joints together and stuff was all worn out, so I couldn't walk properly for like an hour. And everyone who squats regularly knows that this is a feeling you have to fight to get. And yeah, you know, it was heavy from like rep 1 and went all the way up to 14, so that's nice. I've done 12 before this, so a personal record with 2. I think I'm gonna stick to a little bit lower reps for a while. Maybe I'll try doing 12 on 110 and then move on to 120, but we'll see. Maybe I'll stick to like 20 rep things. At least I think this is 14. Maybe I got the wrong clip. No, seems right. Couldn't walk. Had to kneel down, you know. And my arms fell asleep, and I had training soreness in my upper back the day after, so you know, did some pull-ups the day after, and you know, I rarely do pull-ups, but I would rather do shins instead. It's 30 kilos extra, so that's cool, you know. I haven't done this a lot, so let's see how it goes. I'm gonna have my palms facing me and narrow grip. And yeah, do full range of motion because skipping that is for weak people. And yeah, you know, Did 7 reps, I think, if you count these 2 last ones where I did some static work in the top. So I'm happy with that. This is from today. Decided to try rows with a rope, and I quite liked it, so I think I'm gonna stick to that. There's a lot of exercises that you can use ropes in the cable cross, and nearly every one becomes better in my opinion, except for curls, because that sucks. This is however not curls, this is static hold. I think it's important to have static strength in your biceps. I don't recommend it for building huge muscle, but you know, I'm not all about building huge muscle, but rather performance in the end. I just build a lot because it helps my performance to have big muscles, and that's a mistake a lot of lifters do, and they skip the hypertrophy way too much. The best lifters I know do a lot of bodybuilding, a lot of it with 10 and 12 reps and whatnot, and yeah, they don't do it in... Some powerlifters like doing powerlifting movements in order to build muscle, and they do like slow powerlifting bench press, and that's honestly the stupidest idea I've ever heard. If you're gonna build muscle, do like the guys who build muscles best do, and that's bodybuilders. Don't be stubborn, man. So today I thought I was in the best shape of my life, you know. Feel free to try and change my opinion, but I was really satisfied, and I was like, man, I wish I was someone else just so I could have sex with me, and that is a great feeling. Had very nice striations in my shoulders. I don't know if you can see it in the clip, but and my side abs is starting to pop out, and I got a new vein on my biceps, so that's sweet. Very nice. Starting to get a bit more happy with my back and how that's looking, so that's good. See the line between my shoulder and triceps right there? That's nice. I'm still practicing this pose. I've got the arms right now, but not the stomach. I really need to practice that because it's an awesome pose, to be honest. You know, in tribute to the king. And yeah, you know, I hope this clip wasn't too long. It's 3 minutes longer than I would have wanted, but yeah. Please subscribe, like, and comment, and prepare for my most awesome post, which is that one. I'm gonna do that better next time. See ya!